All right, we are in our final match of the night, and I think that I'm going to keep this. We're on the draw. We don't have a 2-drop, but we do have Collected Company to catch us up, even if our Emissary into Deep-Fiend isn't like enough to catapult us ahead. And our opponent's mulliganing, so that's good. Ooh, and we're against a removal deck. So, seems like it would be good for us. And I think I'm actually going to get a Plains with this Evolving Wilds, because I don't think our life total is going to be under much pressure. And, well, we don't have a white mana, so, you know. Really hoping my opponent doesn't transgress here. No! Why do they always do this? I guess like everything in my hand is bad for him though, so that's good. It's not like he's going to take one card, my whole draw is going to fall apart. The Foul Emissaries are probably the most manageable, especially if my opponent has a Liliana. Which there's a good chance that he does. Most black-white decks play 4. Ooh, that was good. That was literally just what I needed. And these Foul Emissaries should help find me more action also. Sure. So this is going to work out perfectly for my opponent if he has a Liliana to follow this up with. Because then I'll get the trigger where he gets the token. I will play my sad part in this play and play my Foul Emissary, as my opponent wants me to do. And considering whatever I play is probably going to die, the best cards for me to get are Tracker and Nissa. So I think Tireless Tracker is better on the card advantage axis, since Nissa just gets me a land, whereas Tracker could get me a spell. And there's always a chance to just draw a fetch land and I get 2 cards off my Tracker. That would be sweet. So now my opponent knows that I have an Elder Deep-Fiend, so he kind of has to kill this Foul Emissary one way or the other. I guess he doesn't have to if he has like a Anguished Unmaking or something, but if he has like some good form of instant speed removal that'll kill the Deep-Fiend, that would be good. But I mean, Ultimate Price won't do it. Grasp of Darkness won't do it. It's got to be like Murder or Anguished Unmaking. Nothing else will do. Yeah, and actually I guess I can't attack. I think it's just too good of a tempo play not to do. Right? I mean, I even get a guy out of it. Right? I mean, it's not like he's just going to play Ob Nixilis. Wow. So my opponent's just going to do nothing this turn, and I'm going to attack him for 8. I'm even going to get a chance to play another Foul Emissary. Wow, and he doesn't have a land drop. What a beating! Oh my lord. So... yeah, I'm just going to cast another one of these. and then run it back next turn. Oh no, there's nothing. That's okay. So I get to bash my opponent for 8. Man, that's like so good. Jeez Louise. It's kind of crazy. And now I just have like a bunch of stuff. Deep-Fiend just doesn't die to very many removal spells. And I even got this Eldrazi horror. Another Foul Emissary for the next Deep-Fiend. Yep, sure. I wonder if my opponent had that before. My opponent's so dead. Another Deep-Fiend? Dude, this is like comical. This is like the most unfair thing ever. Especially considering I'm getting like another 3/2 out of the deal. I mean, I'm upgrading my creature. And once again, we're just not going to sideboard. This is like another one of those hands where, like, I'm going to cast this Foul Emissary. My opponent's got to decide if he wants to kill it or not. If he has a Liliana, then it's easy to kill, but if he has to use like a whole card on it, it's pretty annoying. I think I want to play Yavimaya Coast here and hope that I draw a forest so I don't have to take damage, but if I do, it's like whatever. So I wonder if he goes after the Foul Emissary in this situation. Or still goes after the Deep-Fiend. So whatever I play is probably going to die. If my opponent's follow-up is just a Liliana, which is pretty common, then Sylvan Advocate isn't going to do anything. Like 2 damage at this stage in the game doesn't do a whole lot. So I think I'm actually going to play Jace here. Just because if it lives, it has the most upside. And if either of them are going to die, it's kind of irrelevant, except with a Sylvan Advocate later, it doesn't die to as many removable spells. Although if I play Jace later and my opponent's out of removal spells, then that's also really good. So I feel like you could go either way. All right, sweet. I do feel like I made the right move in this particular situation. Ooh. Do this first. And don't need another plains, I guess. And I could play my Foul Emissary into his Liliana. But considering as it stands, I could play a creature that my opponent needs to use a removal spell on. I think I would prefer to make my opponent use a removal spell rather than have the opportunity to kill something for free and then use a removal spell on my Jace. So this way, there's nothing like that profitable that this Liliana can do here. And like it can't kill anything. Can't really minus either. Well, I guess it could minus if he has a removal spell for the Duskwatch Recruiter, but if my opponent doesn't cast a removal spell here, both of my permanents on the board are going to gain value potentially in the same turn. Ooh, Languish would have been good. Languish is always going to 2-for-1 me. So I'm always willing to commit at least 2 things onto an empty board. Pretty happy my opponent doesn't have Cletus there. Oh, this is actually really good for me too. Oh yeah. So I still need to worry about my stuff dying. Sure. Ooh, with that guy in play, could have cast 2 spells this turn. I might regret it, but I think I'm going to discard the Prairie Stream. And then play the Nissa. So the pacing of this game is obviously a lot slower than the previous one. It might have been interesting if I had played the Sylvan Advocate instead. Do you have to worry about this Liliana just ultimating soon? That would be pretty annoying. So I wonder if he takes the Foul Emissary or the Tracker. If he has like Cletus in his hand, I could see him taking the Reflector Mage. But it looks like my opponent's settling in for a long game. Does get to kill the Foul Emissary for free, but ooh, that's good. Kind of want to discard the land, but I'm a deck with like Sylvan Advocates and stuff. Yeah, I'll just discard the land. And with the Reflector Mage in my hand, I should be able to get some sort of pressure in on this Liliana. This is a good turn for my opponent to cast Languish. And in general, it's a good turn for him to just kill my Jace. See what he does here. Opponent might actually be flooding out a bit. I really wish I had that land, but I don't really want to give up any of the cards in my hand for it. Need some good ones. Not the best. So if I can find a Deep-Fiend here, though, that would be nice. Oh, yes. And I will get to flip my Jace, which is also cool. Wow, kills the Nissa? That's crazy. Is that a misclick? I think I'm going to get this other Nissa. And I will... Opponent has one card. Seems good for me. Start by flipping my Jace. And I think I have the mana to actually make use of this Duskwatch Recruiter, and I do want another land. And now if my opponent, I'm going to attack Liliana with both, and if my opponent activates Shambling Vent, I will cast Collected Company. All right, spin the wheel. Yes, we did it. Ooh, and Foul Emissary. It's pretty crazy that I'm getting Foul Emissary over Tireless Tracker here. Oh, this is so good. My opponent's draw was kind of bad. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. Combo. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, this is great. What a delight. So, Languish. Opponent kind of needs it here. Got me. Like, we just have so much stuff. Opponent has nothing. He's got 2 cards in hand. He really needs Languish, but, like, it's, like, still not even that good for him. Wow. Our opponent's so dead. Yeah, this is crazy. This is a good one to end it on. Just us dominating. And I think that I do this. And then I do this. And next turn I'll be able to flip my Nissa and play Deep-Fiend. Sounds good. Man, oh man. This is a dead Liliana, that's for sure. Liliana, you are toast. Oh, that doesn't do anything. So now both the Planeswalkers are dead. I guess Liliana can kill the Foul Emissary, so Liliana won't die this turn. But I think I'll kill Gideon first. So, no, I don't want to do that because it's my only white mana. So I don't actually think I'm going to Deep-Fiend this turn. I think I'm going to play Nissa, Flipper, make a 4/4, Reflector Mage the Knight, ally, And have the Advocate go after the Gideon, Reflector Mage go out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Man, we have such better card advantage than our opponent. It's like not even funny. Got more planeswalkers, more creatures, more stuff. Maybe we're gonna have just more top end. Wish I could target that Shambling Vent. And we're not even really afraid of a Cletus here, because our opponent's not going to be able to kill anything. And we're just going to tap it and have like a bunch of stuff and overwhelm it. Like if we were really worried about a Cletus, we could be a bit more conservative with our Reflector Mage. But I don't know, I think we'd just be able to overpower it. Wow, our opponent just chose Shambling Vent. Opponent is not drawn well. His draw, well, actually I should say is like, his draw wasn't awful, but it wasn't that good. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-lands and 7 lands. So, I mean, not the worst, but not really that good either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can Deep-Fiend Hardcast. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so this deck was just a complete goulet. I'm really interested in brewing up some Foul Emissary Deep-Fiend decks for new standard. Like, we won most of those games without any removal whatsoever. We were just bouncing stuff, tapping it down, and shoving. So I think that could still be good even without Collected Company. But yeah, stay tuned. This is going to be a sweet deck, I think. All right, cool. Well, anyway, thanks again. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll have another video card article for you guys next week. I hope you tune in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to give me any kind of feedback. You can hit me up in the comments or just message me on Twitter. That also works really well. So anyway, I will check you guys later. Have a great week.